Hey Aquarius, welcome to my channel and to your February 2021 reading, general reading. I was meditating on your energy and I got this image of you on your knees and praying, and you're saying, please, 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 let the cycle finish, let the new cycle begin, let there be light. Basically, you're like, come on, I can't take this anymore, it's too much, and at the same time you weren't realizing that everything was changing around you, that you were in the very transformation, the very timeline, the very reality that you were asking for. It's like you are in your best life, basically, or the beginning of it, at least the start of it, but you're not realizing it yet. You're first of all, happy birthday. It's your solar return, so happy birthday, Aquarius. And Spirit was just reminding me of that because it has everything to do with this new beginning. The new beginning that you want is all around you. It's all around you. It's surrounding you. But you're still somehow not seeing it, in the sense that maybe you're coming out of a cycle that was very difficult, or like a cycle in your life that was difficult, because the theme of new beginnings is all over February, the February readings, and you're praying for something, you're asking for something that has already been granted. It's already here. What you're asking for is already there, already here in your life, but you're still not seeing it. Okay. So let's see how this translates into your reading. I'm going to do a Celtic Cross. Right. Yeah. Center of your reading, the Two of Wands. Crossed by the Sun. At your base, Death. Crowning you, the Four of Wands in reverse. Your immediate past, the Queen of Swords, sorry. Your recent past. Your immediate future, wow. You have the Empress. How you see yourself in the situation is the High Priestess. It's my little dog here. Wow, yes. Your environment is the world. That cycle, that new cycle. Your hopes and fears, the Moon. Wow. And your outcome is the Nine of Swords in reverse. We'll clarify that. Right, so yeah. Aquarius. It's pretty clear. At the bottom of the deck you have the Seven of Swords. Alright. So at the center of your reading you have the Two of Wands and the Sun. And this is exactly what I was seeing for you. The Two of Wands, is all about waiting. Alright? It's planifying, it's waiting. You know that you're at the start of a really good cycle. You know that. I mean, you have the world in your hand. You have your passion, your drive firmly in your hand. You have your experiences, bolted to the wall behind you. You know that you're on the right path, but you're still not seeing it, The Two of Wands is right before the Three of Wands, where you see your ships coming, but here you don't see them. You're still too far away in your mind to see them. So somehow, some way, you're still thinking, you're still feeling, you still have the belief that there's something to wait for. Okay, whereas crossing you is the sun. So the sun is this complete happiness. This, I'm sorry, I don't know why the light is so weird today. Okay, it's this complete happiness, right? It's the most positive card in the whole deck. It's the sun shining on you. It's you going past this wall of bricks. You know, this brick wall right behind you, which symbolizes all the things that were holding you back. You're riding this white horse of purity. You're you at least you should be as happy as a naked kid on a horse, you know, waving a red flag. So it's complete victory. You're there, and somehow you still think that you're not. You still think that there's something to wait for, but there's nothing to wait for anymore. It's already here, right? So, you know, I'm gonna go straight to your base and to the Seven of Swords at the bottom of your deck, of the deck, you know, for you. So death is always talks. It's Scorpio energy. It's extremely intense. You have a lot of major arcana, so it must have been an intense cycle for you, the one that you're leaving behind, that has already been left behind, but you think you're still at the end of it, whilst the new one is already here. So it's all about transformation. It's all about, you know, the caterpillar turning into the butterfly. It's all about your life transforming for the better. It's your best life. And you know that it's in your subconscious. You know in your subconscious that the transformation is complete, right? But because you had this kind of energy in, you know, that was pervasive through this last cycle, which is the Seven of Swords. It's energy that is pretty shady, right? It's nothing is what it seems to be. It's people, you know, gaslighting you, people not being honest, people actually stealing from you, and maybe even being, you know, like energy vampires, or, you know, it's shady, bad behavior, you know, people who think they can get away with whatever shit they're doing. And so because you had that in the last cycle, so maybe it's more difficult to see that this energy is gone from your life, that now it's a straightforward positive energy that is here, and you're still a bit traumatized by this kind of, you know, this is never nice. This doesn't leave you feeling good about yourself or about your life or about people. It makes you feel like, wow, why do people behave that way? Why do they think they can get away with it? Can they see that I see them getting away with the swords? Trying to sneak out of whatever. It's sneaky. It's underhanded. So that's why maybe you're not seeing all the good that is coming up, you know. The thing is, in your recent past, you have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is it's a beautiful energy. It's an energy. It's all about mental clarity. It's all about somebody who doesn't mince their word. Somebody who has a very clear, a very objective view on what's happening. But sometimes it can lead to a little bit of cynicism, in the sense that, you know. The Queen of Swords, she's seen it all. She knows what people are capable of, and she's at the state, you know, she's at the stage where she's gonna tell everyone their truth in their face, but it's not always the most conducive energy to joy, you know, to that type of joy, although it's here for you. So it's like you're really in your head, you know, because of whatever that was. Sorry if you're hearing noise in the background. That's my dog Ayo. She's she's playing. All right. So that's your recent past. So we understand why you're feeling that way. You're still feeling in the Two of Wands, although you're in the Sun. I mean, because people have been sketchy situations, which have led you to be very firm, very, you know, like, you know, you're Aquarius. You love life, you love people, you want a beautiful community, you want sharing, you want honesty, you want, you know, like, that's all about Aquarius. It's, you know, we're moving into the Aquarian age. It's all about being one. It's all about oneness. It's all about, you know, being true to one another, because we're all one. But the kind of energy you've witnessed is anything but that, leading you to this skepticism, or at least cynicism. So that's why you're still feeling like you have to wait for something, although the transformation is complete, you know, because of course, while all this is happening, even though we feel it's happening to us, it's happening for us, because it's making us learn. I mean, you really sometimes have to look at things straight in the eyes to be able to complete a certain lesson. But it would have been a very steep learning curve for you, and that's why you're not still completely sure that this is what's happening. Right. So I want to show you just right below the Seven of Swords, you have the star. So that's complete healing, which completely as well goes, which totally goes with this transformation that I feel is complete. It's total healing. It's still happening, right? Okay. So in your immediate future, you have the Empress, another major arcana, another beautiful card. It's Libra, Taurus. It's another beautiful card of abundance, of being exactly where you're supposed to be. You know, the Empress is the queen of all queens. She knows exactly where she's going, why she's here. She knows herself inside out. She has learned all the lessons and has been granted, or has given herself the right, you know, as a birthright to have all her abundance, all her power. She's always represented as being pregnant, so this promise of life, you know, it's just such beautiful colors and so much abundance. It's Venus, so it's all about love and money, money in the sense of abundance. It's all these beautiful colors, you know, like very very close to that, you know. She feels the sun on his skin. She knows she's there, you know. The Empress knows she's there. She knows it's complete. She knows she's in her best life, her highest timeline, her highest good. So that's you in the sorry, that's you in the immediate future. So it looks like you're gonna be leaving, you know, the Queen of Swords mode. Although, I mean, there's nothing wrong with the Queen of Swords. She's extremely necessary, okay? But the Empress is even more necessary in the sense that she really shows you that there's nothing to wait for anymore. And you are completely in your best timeline, Aquarius. Um, and you're feeling that, you know, you're completely feeling that because you have the High Priestess in your how you see yourself position. And the High Priestess is all about intuition. It's all about balance. It's about the balance of our shadow and light. It's about listening to our intuition, trusting our intuition. You have two major arcanas talking about that, you know, the Moon and the High Priestess. They both have to do with your intuition. And the funny thing is, you have the High Priestess in how you see yourself in the situation, and the Moon in your hopes and fears. So it's like, you know you're there. You're there, right? That's in your immediate future. You know you're there. However, in your hopes and fears, you're still hoping for it and you're still fearing it's not going to happen. And so this reading is here to tell you, no, you know it. You know that. Trust your intuition. How you see yourself is the real image. It's the big picture. It's right. You are there. And the Moon is also about intuition, but it's about doubt as well, you know. The Moon, everything is in the shadows, you know, under the moon, the moonlight. So what it's telling me again is, leave that. I mean, it's here, so it's okay. Just deal with it, but you can let it go and trust your intuition 100%, because in your environment you have the World, another major arcana, another major influence in your life, telling you that the hard cycle is over. It's over. You're in this new cycle. You are flying high in this new cycle. Okay? Even though you still are a bit feeling a bit traumatized due to that type of energy, you're there. You're completely healed. You are completely transformed. I mean, look at the major arcana in your reading. The Star, the World, Death, transformation. So the Star, healing. The World, completion. Death, transformation. Empress, total abundance. And the Sun, total happiness. You have it all. You've got it all. I mean, it's all there. I mean, if you've seen any, I mean, I'm sure you watch tarot. I mean, these are absolutely perfect. It's just perfect. And so, and it all has to do with your foundation, okay, which is showing up in reverse because you still have these doubts. The Four of Wands upright is all about foundation. It's all about celebrating a beautiful reality. Whether you're coupled or not, it has to do with your foundation. Whether you have a partner or not, whether you're single or in a relationship, it's just beautiful foundation in all your life, in your whole entire life. It's in reverse because you're still doubting it on a conscious level. But here it is. It's amazing. Everything. I mean, it's the end. It's the beginning. I mean, the end has gone, okay? I'm not even talking about the end now. It's the start. It's full on the most beautiful cycle ever in your life. Believe it. Let go of whatever doubts are still lingering because of people's stupidity or because you had to learn some lessons, right? Okay, and at the end you have the Nine of Swords in reverse. So that's the Nine of Swords, of course, is this worry, this anxiety, these You know, swords are all mental, are all air, all about the mental body. It's in reverse, so you're getting out of this anxiety, you know. Like we have here the Empress in your immediate future, you're very soon gonna realize that there's no need for this at all, and that you're already here. So I don't think there's anything for me to clarify here. So I hope this helped, and thanks Aquarius for stopping by, and I'll see you soon.